You're here, right here, and they don't want you to be. They gathered behind closed doors, whispering your name like it's a secret weapon. They thought no one would hear, but you did. You always do. And now, the truth spills. Raw and cold. You might want to look away, but don't. Not yet. Because what they said, what they whispered about you, it hurts. Deep, sharp, real. And the thing is, it's not even about them. It's about you, your choices, your presence, your power. They secretly fear. You feel it in your chest, right? That tight, choking pulse that says they were talking about you, right? This minute. You ever watch a meeting unfold from the outside? Calm faces, polished words, pretend concern, but underneath a storm rages. They are plotting, they are judging, they are calculating. And your name? Your name is the headline of their silent riot. Don't imagine it. Feel it. Imagine them thinking they can define you, reduce you, tear you into pieces behind a table, behind a screen, behind a mask. Nah, you're not meant to listen quietly. You're meant to watch, to learn, to rise. Every pause in their sentences, every carefully chosen word, it's ammunition. And they don't even realize that the fire they try to douse is already inside you, burning, waiting. They fear the rawest version of you, not the one they see in emails, in reports, in polite smiles. No. They fear what you can do when the filters fall. When you stop caring about their rules, their limits, their expectations. It's intoxicating, isn't it? To know that someone somewhere is terrified of what you might actually become. They clutch at their scripts, they rehearse their lines. And you've been improvising all along. Every setback, every failure, every silent dismissal, it was fuel. It was preparation. And now, unknowingly, they've gathered to hand it back to you, wrapped in their tears, their fear, their judgment. The room is tense, the air thick with anticipation. You don't need to be there to feel it. You can sense the glances, the subtle exchanges, the sharp nods that carry meaning louder than shouts. It's brutal. Yes, painful. Maybe it even shakes something in you. But that's the point. The brutal truth they fear isn't a secret. It's your reflection staring back at you through their panic. They can't contain it. They can't touch it. And for one sweet, chaotic second, you realize just how much power they've been too blind to see. You see, motivation isn't always sunshine and applause. Sometimes it's darkness, sharp edges, harsh truths. It's looking at a room full of people who doubted you, who whispered about you, and realizing that their tears are proof that you exist, proof that you matter, proof that the storm in you cannot be ignored. And isn't that delicious? To know that your presence alone stirs terror in those who thought themselves untouchable? To know that they underestimated you so spectacularly. So sit back, lean in, listen carefully. Because in the shadows of that meeting, behind the masks and the polite nods, lies the blueprint of your rise. Every word they muttered, every concern they pretended to hold, every tear that threatened to spill, it's all a map, a brutal, unfiltered map of where you've been, where they thought you'd stay, and most importantly, where you're going. And trust me, by the end of this journey, they won't just be crying. You will be standing, stronger, sharper, unapologetically alive. You thought it was about their judgment? Nah, it was never about them. It was about you, about your capacity to see the cracks in their armor while they scrambled to hide theirs. The brutal truth they fear is that you are not waiting for permission. Not from them, not from anyone. Ah, feel that? That tremor in your chest? That's the sound of chains breaking quietly, invisibly, while they blink in disbelief. Every whisper behind the doors, every sideways glance, every carefully crafted word, it's a confession that you exist on a level they cannot touch, cannot comprehend, cannot control. Here's the thing, they fear consistency. They fear focus. They fear the fire you've learned to hide in plain sight. It's almost comedic. They spend their energy plotting your failure while you spend yours, building your empire, quietly, deliberately, relentlessly. Every missed opportunity they predicted, every plan they assumed would crumble, you were learning, you were sharpening. And now the secret they never told you, the secret that leaves them sleepless at night, is that your rise doesn't need their approval. Your progress doesn't bend to their fear. Your success is inevitable because it was forged in the shadows of their doubt. And here's the kicker. They thought pain would stop you. Tears would stop you. Rejection would stop you. No, no, no. Every slight, every whisper, every sideways word, it's fuel, it's fertilizer, it's proof that you are alive. Dangerous even because you survive, you adapt, you evolve. They can't see it, but every plan they make against you only writes the roadmap of your strength. And it's beautiful, isn't it? That they are trapped in fear while you are moving, shaping, becoming more than they dared imagine. Look closely. Look at the fear in their eyes when your name comes up. That hesitation, that subtle panic, that silence when they thought words would flow. That is power. Raw, unfiltered, unstoppable power. Not because they told you to have it. Not because circumstances demanded it. Because you claimed it. Quietly, secretly. And now, armed with knowledge they hope to hide, armed with the clarity of their fear, you see yourself as they could never allow. And this is the moment where you decide, will you stay small? Will you shrink in their presence? Or will you step into the chaos they tried to contain and let the world know you've arrived? The brutal truth they fear is simple. They cannot stop you unless you let them. Their whispers, their tears, their judgments. They are powerless against a mind awake, a spirit awake. Do you feel that fire? That pulse that says you are alive and alert, and no one, not a single soul, has dominion over your potential. Every doubt they planted, every expectation they tried to shape, every expectation they tried to limit, it's all fertilizer for your growth. You don't need to fight them. You don't even need to prove them wrong. You just need to move. Silent, calculated, inevitable. So take this truth and lock it inside. Every secret meeting, every hushed conversation, every fearful glance. It's your map, a map showing where you've been underestimated, where you've been ignored, where you've been feared, and the power is yours. It always was. The brutal truth they feared is that nothing can stop a person who refuses to be stopped, who refuses to shrink, who refuses to surrender the story of their life to the whispers in a room they'll never enter. And now, standing here reading this, you are awake, you are ready, and by the end of this, you will be untouchable. Not because they allow it, not because it's fair, but because you chose it. Now listen closely. This is where the masks fall, where the whispers turn into echoes in empty rooms, where the tears they shed because of you become the soundtrack of your rise. Can you hear it? That low hum of tension, the sound of fear they cannot hide. That's your cue. That's your signal. Every second they spent underestimating you, doubting you, talking about you behind closed doors, it has led to this exact moment. And here's the brutal truth they could never admit. They created you. Every sneer, every hushed conversation, every calculated judgment. They forged your weapon. So what now? You move. Quietly at first. Calculated. Sharp. Every step a message they can't decipher. Every glance a reminder they misjudged you. It's delicious, isn't it, to know that your existence alone unsettles them. But don't stop there. Harness it. Turn the fear they feel into the fuel you need. Let it drive you further, faster, sharper. You don't need to seek revenge. You don't need to make them cry again. Your rise, your power, your momentum, that is the statement. That is the victory. That is the brutal truth they were too blind to see. Take stock of your life. Every setback, every dismissal, every secret meeting where they plotted your supposed failure. Stack it. Every disappointment, every whispered insult, every eye roll behind your back. Feel that weight? That's not defeat. That's your blueprint, your map. Every path they tried to block is a path you now walk faster, smarter, bolder. And the best part? They'll never see it coming. They never anticipated this level of resolve. And that is the power of a mind that refuses to be small. Now claim it. Claim every hour you've spent doubting yourself, every tear you hid, every moment you feared being judged. Transform it. Yes, transform it into laser focus, into relentless action, into the audacity to stare at every door they closed and kick it down, not angrily, not violently, but with the certainty of inevitability. Let them cry, let them panic, let them whisper behind doors that will never close on you again. Your life, your choices, your story, it no longer belongs to anyone but you. And the moment you realize that, the moment you embrace it fully, the world shifts. Because you are no longer reacting, you are orchestrating. And here's the final truth. Power doesn't come from hiding in shadows. It comes from stepping into them and owning them. Feel it. That fire in your chest, that electric pulse in your veins, that's the proof you've been awake all along. That's the signal you're ready. That's the brutal, unspoken truth they fear more than anything. You do not need their approval. You do not need their acknowledgement. You need only yourself, only your vision, only your audacity. And from this moment forward, every fear they had, every tear they shed, it belongs to you now. So rise. Rise with intention. Rise with precision. rise with a smile they'll never see coming. Watch them squirm, watch their plans crumble. Not because you wanted revenge, not because you sought to prove them wrong, but because you finally realized the one person who could stop you never existed outside of you. And now, fully awake, fully aware, fully relentless, nothing can. Look around. The room is empty now. The whispers are gone. The tears have dried. Funny, isn't it? All that fear, all that plotting, all that judgment vanished, and you remain, standing, watching, smiling quietly, because you know the truth. The brutal truth they tried to hide, the one that scared them so much, it was never about them. It was always about you. Always about the version of yourself they couldn't even imagine. And now comes the hardest part, owning it. Yes, owning every moment that led to this. Every sleepless night, every second of doubt, every glance of dismissal. Those weren't obstacles, they were mirrors. Mirrors showing you exactly what you were capable of, even when the world denied it. And here's the secret, they'll never admit. The fear you felt, the tension, the silence, that's the same energy you can use to fuel your rise. Every whisper that once cut you down now echoes with your victory. Step forward. Step forward, knowing that power isn't given. It isn't earned by their rules. It is claimed. Deliberately, relentlessly. Watch them now in your mind. See their eyes widen as they realize you are not who they expected. They thought you would crumble. They thought you would play small. They thought their tears, their plotting, their secret meetings would contain you. But you are already beyond containment. Already beyond prediction, already beyond fear. And here's the ultimate truth. Life isn't about proving them wrong. Life is about proving yourself right, about showing up, relentlessly, unapologetically, intentionally, every day, every choice, every decision. It is yours to wield. You've seen the fear. You've heard the whispers. You've felt the sting of their judgment. Now transform it. Let it sharpen you. Let it focus you. Let it drive you to the edge of your potential and beyond. So rise one last time. Not for them, not for their tears, their fear, or their whispers. Rise for yourself. Yes, rise for yourself. Every secret meeting that ended in sorrow, every fear they harbored, it was training. It was preparation. And now, armed with their fear, their weakness, their doubt, you are unstoppable. Unstoppable. Not because anyone believes in you, not because anyone cheers, but because you finally believe in yourself. And that belief, that truth, is a force they can never touch. This is your moment, your canvas, your story. And as the shadows fade, as the room clears, as the world keeps spinning, remember this. They cried because they saw a glimpse of your power before you even revealed it. Now show it fully, deliberately, unshakably. Watch as the world bends. Just slightly to the force you've become. The secret meeting ended in tears? Good. Let them cry. You will rise, always. They have no idea. They're like little children holding a knife thinking it's a toy. And you You're the storm they never saw coming. Yes, I said it. You, the one they underestimated. The one they laughed at behind closed doors. The one they thought would crumble when pushed just a little too far. But the game was never theirs to win. And soon, oh, soon, they will feel the weight of every choice, every reckless gamble, every moment they dared to play a dangerous game with you. They don't see it yet. They think they can manipulate the board, move the pieces, twist the rules in their favor. They think power is something you give away. But power, real power, isn't taken by force. It's earned in silence, in patience, in the kind of quiet observation that burns beneath your skin until the perfect moment strikes. And that moment, it's coming. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Can you feel it? The tension in the air, the smell of endings, lurking behind every careless laugh they shared, every sly attempt to test your patience, every whisper meant to unsettle you. They're standing on the edge. They've been climbing a ladder built on lies and arrogance. And guess what waits at the top? Nothing. Only the cold, unyielding truth of their own overreach. Look around. Look at their faces. The confidence, the smirks, the fake calm. It's almost poetic. They don't realize yet that the very hands they extended to pull you down are the ones that will strangle their own ambitions. And that's the beauty of it. You've been waiting, not just watching, but studying. Every twitch, every glance, every word dripping with hidden intentions. You've mapped their game like a master strategist, knowing each step they'll take before they even think to take it. And now, the table is set. The pieces are moving, and you are not just surviving this game. No, you are orchestrating the finale they'll never forget. Oh, the irony. How often do we meet people who think life is simple? Who believe that pushing, threatening, testing will bend someone like you? Little do they know, the kind of fire you carry doesn't burn out. It waits. It simmers. It sharpens. And when the moment comes, it doesn't just spark. It consumes. The endings they feared, they're closer than they think. Every careless step, every miscalculation, it's a thread unraveling the tapestry they tried to weave over your patience. And when it falls apart, it won't just be dramatic, it'll be absolute. And yes, you'll be there steady, watching, because that's what champions do. They wait for their moment, letting the arrogance of the foolish lead them straight into their own undoing. Let's be honest. There's a thrill in this, a rush in seeing someone who tried to measure themselves against you fail spectacularly. Not because you wished for it, but because they demanded it. They dared. They were challenged. And now the consequences are aligning with mathematical precision. The universe of their misjudgment is collapsing, and you are standing at the eye of the storm, calm, deliberate, unshaken. You know who you are. You know what you've endured. And you know that every attempt to undermine you was simply fuel for the fire that now rises within. Soon they will understand, too late of course, that the game was never theirs to play. No. Don't feel pity. Don't waste a second on sympathy. They played their hand, and in that hand they revealed more than their ambition. They revealed their limits, their recklessness, their inability to see beyond the immediate thrill. And that is where you step in. Not as a predator, but as the inevitable conclusion of their own choices. You are the lesson they ignored, the truth they mocked, the ending they never saw coming. And as the shadows stretch longer, as the night grows colder, you feel it, don't you? That quiet satisfaction of inevitability, that sense of control that comes not from rage but from knowing, with every fiber of your being, that the story will end exactly as it should. So lean in, watch closely. Remember every whisper they used against you, every false move, every challenge. Each one of those moments is a marker, a step on the path that leads to their reckoning. Ah, isn't it satisfying? The cruel poetry of it all. The dangerous ones who thought they could play with fire, now staring down the very inferno they sought to ignite. And you are not afraid. You never were, because the game was never just about them. It was about you, about proving, above all else, that patience, strategy, and sheer awareness are more powerful than arrogance, impulsiveness, and cheap tricks. It's almost too easy. But remember this, the endings are coming, not because you willed them, but because the choices were theirs from the start. Every gamble, every risk, every tiny move in this dangerous game has led them here. And as they face it, terrified, unprepared, exposed, you'll realize something profound. That in the darkest moments when endings loom, the only thing that matters is clarity, focus, and the refusal to bend for anyone who underestimates your resolve. That is power. That is freedom. That is victory. Now it gets real. Now it's time to take the lessons buried in the chaos and turn them into power. You've watched them stumble, seen their arrogance crumble, and felt the shift in the air. But here's the truth. Waiting is just the first act. The real game begins when you decide to step forward, deliberately shaping the outcome while they're still choking on their own mistakes. Every second they wasted testing you, that was your tuition. That was the price they paid for underestimating your patience, your insight, your vision. And you're ready. You've been ready all along. No. Don't get distracted by fear, by their trembling desperation, by the chaos they've invited into their own lives. That's not your battlefield, it's theirs. Your battlefield is the mind, the strategy, the sharpness that turns observation into opportunity. Every slip they make is a marker, every weakness a doorway. Can you feel it? That surge of clarity, that understanding that the dangerous ones, the ones who tried to play with fire, are now burning their own hands. That's your moment. That's when you move, not recklessly, not with anger, with precision. Listen carefully. Every game, every dangerous encounter has rules, even if the players don't know them. The first rule: control your own reactions. Stay cold, stay calm. Every hiss, every flash of impatience you release gives them hope. Don't give it. Be the shadow they never noticed, the presence they can't measure. It's delicious. They think they're unpredictable. Let them flounder, because unpredictability without mastery is chaos, and chaos is their downfall. Your mastery is your victory. And here's the most important part. You don't just respond, you anticipate. You map the moves before they happen. You calculate consequences before they can even conceive of the risks. They gambled with you because they believed they could see the end. But you've already written it. You know the patterns. You understand the weak links. You've traced the cracks in their armor. And when the moment comes, when the final pieces fall, they won't know what hit them. Every plan they had, undone. Every advantage they imagined, evaporated. Don't be soft. Don't fall into pity or hesitation. Motivation isn't about kindness. It's about clarity, action, and knowing your own strength. Every dangerous player has one fatal flaw. They misjudge those around them. They assume fear. They assume compliance. They assume you're just another piece on the board. And that's where you strike, not with brute force, but with inevitability. You become the consequence of their own arrogance, the living proof that testing someone like you was their first mistake, their last, and their undoing. Now here's your secret weapon: perspective. Every moment they falter, every lie they whisper, every attempt to manipulate, you don't just see it, you use it. Each weakness is a key, each misstep a tool. You don't just react, you transform the chaos into order. You turn their desperation into a mirror, reflecting back the errors they hope to hide. And as you watch them face the results of their own recklessness, you realize something vital. This is not revenge. This is clarity. This is control. This is the purest form of winning without losing yourself in the process. Now feel it, the tension, the shift, the moment where endings are no longer a threat, but an inevitability they themselves set in motion. That's your cue. Move? Yes, but move with intention. Every decision, every action, every thought should reinforce one truth. You are untouchable in your resolve, immovable in your strategy, and relentless in your vision. Not because you seek to destroy, but because they revealed, willingly, exactly how they would destroy themselves. And you simply observed. You waited. You executed. No. Remember this. The dangerous ones thrive on distraction, on chaos, on the false illusion of control. Strip that away. Stay sharp, stay present, stay unshakable, not in emotion, but in precision. Each encounter, each confrontation, each silent observation builds the foundation for endings they could never imagine. And when it all collapses around them, when the consequences crash down like a storm they invited, you'll realize something important. The true victory isn't in their ruin. It's in knowing you were never the one to lose, that you endured, that you mastered, that you turned danger into opportunity and arrogance into clarity. Yes, this is where the dangerous game ends. Not with noise, not with chaos, not with screams, but with inevitability. Every action, every choice, every misstep they took led to this precise moment. And you are standing, steady, deliberate, unbroken, motivated, focused, ready. The endings they feared, they're arriving. But you are the calm in the storm, the observer turned strategist, the inevitable outcome of their own mistakes. And the most intoxicating part, you didn't just survive, you thrived. Now it's your turn. Not to watch, not to wait, not to be a shadow behind the chaos. No. Now it's time to take the lessons and make them yours. The endings you've observed, the arrogance you've studied, the recklessness you've endured, all of it becomes fuel. fuel for the fire that doesn't burn out, fuel for the clarity that cuts through fear, hesitation, and the illusions others try to sell you. It's simple, really. The dangerous ones taught you everything. Their mistakes are your roadmap. Their failures, your guide. Awareness. Yes, awareness. The first rule of mastering any game is seeing it clearly. Not just the surface, not just the smiles, the lies, the bravado, but the threads underneath. The tension in their shoulders, the hesitation in their eyes, the subtle cracks in their plans. Every dangerous player has patterns. Every reckless challenger leaves a trail. And when you can read it, when you truly see it, you are no longer in the game. You are controlling it. Every move, every reaction, every decision is yours. Patience. No. Don't rush. Don't strike too soon. Impatience is what kills most of them. You've seen it. The overreach, the impulsive gambles. That's not strength. That's weakness dressed as confidence. Real strength waits. Real power observes, listens and strikes, only when the outcome is certain. Patience isn't passive. Patience is tactical. It's strategy made flesh. And in that waiting, you are already winning. Transformation. Look at every slight, every insult, every challenge as raw material. Every dangerous person, every reckless player. They handed you pieces of themselves. Every misstep, every arrogance, every careless move. You don't ignore them. You transform them. Use them. Turn their chaos into your clarity, their mistakes into your roadmap, their overconfidence into your leverage. The beauty of this is subtle. It's not about revenge. It's about mastery, turning danger into opportunity, turning risk into inevitability. Execution. This is where the legends separate from the spectators. Knowing is nothing if not applied. Every observation, every calculation, every subtle insight must become action. Not recklessness, not cruelty, but decisive, deliberate, unstoppable action. Oh yes, unstoppable. Because by this point, you aren't reacting anymore. You are orchestrating. You are shaping the outcomes with precision. Every move they make to manipulate you becomes the very momentum you ride to your advantage. Reflection. Not a weakness, not doubt, but reflection. After the storm, after the chaos, after the endings they feared so much, you look back, you analyze, you understand. Every danger survived, every challenge overcome becomes a lesson etched into your strategy. Every encounter with recklessness or arrogance leaves you sharper, smarter, more aware. The dangerous ones unknowingly train you. Every game they played built the weapon that you now wield with quiet precision. And here's the final truth. The real victory, the ultimate edge, isn't in seeing others fall. It's in knowing you've risen. In knowing that the dangerous ones, the reckless challengers, the fools who tested your patience, they set the stage. They wrote the rules. They gave you the material. And you became the inevitable conclusion of their own actions. You didn't just survive. You dominated the unseen forces of the game. You mastered the invisible threads. You turned endings into opportunity. So remember this as you move forward. Watch, study, wait, transform, execute, reflect. It's almost too simple, yet almost no one does it. They stumble, they falter, they gamble, they fall. But not you. You've learned, you've endured, you've mastered it. And as the endings unfold around you, remember the thrill of inevitability, the quiet, irresistible power of patience, clarity, and calculated action. Isn't it intoxicating? The dangerous ones thought they were playing with you, but in truth, they were shaping you into something unstoppable, something sharp, something inevitable.